what a day. What a last few days, actually. I mean, on the plus side, of course, I got a nice surprise, impromptu visit with Rosie, which is great. She's actually still here. She's just sleeping. Taking her back home to Mumsy in the morning before I go to work. But, yeah, I guess to give you a bit of background before we begin. A few months back, I received a message from longtime YouTube viewer Poshua92. Check out his YouTube page down there. Basically saying that he was, a longtime viewer, big fan of the show and everything, and wanted to contribute in some way. But rather than contributing in the way the majority of people contribute, whereas they contribute to the collection and whatnot, he wanted to contribute to, I guess, the production side of things, more sort of the practical side of things. So he had some ideas on, some stuff that he wanted to send my way that he thought I could get some use out of. And I won't tell you what those things are, obviously, because we're about to check them out. So after, a few months went by where we fired some messages back and forth, and then I disappeared off the internet for 3 months, and then I came back and we continued firing messages back and forth. And, he basically had he had some specific things in mind, but he also wanted to get my feedback on it. So there isn't going to be a huge surprise factor as far as what's in this package. However, there's definitely an excitement factor, because I've been anticipating this package for months, and at long last, it's here, and we're doing the package opening video. Oh, but it couldn't be easy, could it? No. Now, having the best of intentions and wanting to get the package to me as safely and quickly and efficiently as possible, Poshua decided to use UPS. Courier service. Great. No problem. No, don't worry. Everything didn't arrive smashed in a million pieces. I know we hear horror stories about that all the time, but no, that isn't what happened. So, the other day, I guess Friday, at the time of this recording, it's, the hell is it? Tuesday night? Wednesday morning? Yeah, so Friday, I got a knock at the door, the UPS guy, and he had a dolly containing the package. It's quite sizable, a lot of stuff, quite big and unwieldy, and he needed a dolly to bring it to the door. And so I was like, cool, awesome. And he says, wow, this is an expensive one. There's quite a bit of fees owing on it. And he presents me with this bill of like $121.40. Now, I thought that this bill was basically customs and duty, as, occasionally is the case when you get goods from other countries. I'm, of course, in Canada. Poshua is in the U.S. So, occasionally on packages that I've received from viewers or just from stuff that I've ordered off eBay or Amazon or whatever, I've had to pay a little bit of customs and duty fees. I was thinking, wow, $120, that's crazy. But I thought, okay, whatever, so I asked him, so do you take debit at the door? And he said, nope. I'm like, okay. Cash? Nope. And he says they only take credit cards or checks. And I'm like, oh, great. I don't use either of those things. She says, well, I'll take it back to the depot, and you can pick it up at the depot. Just bring cash to the depot. It's like, okay, cool. So, yesterday, finally get the opportunity. And then I was working for the next couple days, so I just didn't have the chance to get down to the depot. So the depot, as is often the case, those of you who remember my story about, dealing with Purolator in the past, having to pick up my PS3 when it came back from being repaired, will know that I'm not a huge fan of courier services. Well, something really odd, okay? The package was sent via UPS, however, the guy who delivered it was from Purolator. I was like, what the hell? What's going on? So apparently there's no UPS depot here in my town. So the UPS deliveries are handled through Purolator, and I'm thinking that might be where some of the extra fees came from. So basically, because UPS can't get their shit together and have a depot here, and they're going through Purelator, we, the end user, have to pay for that, for their own incompetence? Like, come on. You're the biggest frickin' shipping company in the world. You can at least have a little mom-and-pop depot here for packages, whatever. Anyway, so with Rosie in tow, I basically hop on the bus and meticulously planning out my route beforehand, finding the bus that gets the closest, and basically memorizing in my head what streets we got to walk down and stuff, because the bus doesn't go right there, obviously. It's always in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere with these places. So we finally, you know, trekking along, we finally find the place, walk in. It's about an hour before they close. Nobody's there, well, other than the people who work there, obviously. And go in, and I've got cash in hand. I had to take out like a payday loan just to have the extra cash, because of course I just paid like huge chunks of my bills, as you guys know, hence why I'm back online. Yeah, so yeah, had to take out a small payday loan just to cover the fees, but whatever, you know, it was fine. You know, given what this package is and what it contains, I didn't have any problem paying a few bucks for it. I mean, come on, I'm getting an incredible deal here. So, yeah, so go to the UPS depot, or the Purelator who handles UPS, and say, yeah, got a couple packages for me. I have cash in hand. I'd like to get them. So well, I didn't say I have cash in hand, but so she brings the packages out of the back, and says, okay, so it'd be $121.40. Like, okay, so I'm pulling out the cash, and she's like, oh, we don't accept cash here. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, we don't accept cash here, only for Purelator packages, but not for UPS packages. I'm like, what? Why? Like, that makes no sense. Like, how many places have you guys been to where they don't accept cash as payment? Seriously? So basically I said, okay, well, you know, she said, well, if you get a money order, we can take a money order. I'm like, okay. Or if, you know, the delivery guy, sorry, I had to nuke and pave my computer again, and the display is going. All right. Hopefully that's okay. You know, we can take a money order. The delivery guy can take a money order. I'm like, okay. And she said they could reschedule delivery. It's like, okay, cool. So I basically said, you know, can you have it delivered tomorrow? Because tomorrow, being today, was my last day off before I'm working for like several days. And by the time I'm not working again and can actually head out there again to the depot, it would be past the 5-day holding period, and it would be sent back to where it came from. Now, obviously, I didn't want that happening. So she said, oh, yeah, no problem. Okay, well, what's a good time for you? And I said, the earlier the better, because, you know, I have plans with my little girl. I mean, Rosie and I were basically planning to spend a day at the park, like the local park here, and then go swimming. You know, it was a big thing. She was really looking forward to it. I was looking forward to it. You know, we had the whole day planned out, but so basically we had to sit around and wait for the delivery guy to show up. So she says, yeah, okay, no problem. I'll, you know, I'll get the guy to deliver it. Okay, cool. So we go home, go to bed, get up the next day. There's a ring at the buzzer. And I'm like, oh, that must be the Purelator guy. It's not the Purelator guy. It's Canada Post. Got some more packages, which you'll see in another package opening video. So, yeah, so basically, we were waiting and waiting and waiting, and Rosie's getting more and more antsy. He's like, well, when are we going to the park? When are we going to the park? And I said, I don't know, sweetie. I got to wait for this delivery. And, yeah, so and then in the meantime, it just keeps getting worse. In the meantime, I thought, well, okay, I gotta give Rosie, you know, gotta find something for Rosie to do because she's bouncing off the wall. So she wanted to play some of her computer games because she's got like the Jumpstart and Reader Rabbit computer games and stuff like that. So I installed a bunch of her games, and I don't know what went wrong. I don't know if I got like a computer virus somewhere in my travels, or if there was just something in one of those old games that was, you know, overwrote a system file with an older version that doesn't work with Windows 7. I don't know. Anyway, long and short of it is, after installing the games and rebooting the system, none of my executables would work. Yeah, basically I couldn't run any programs. I couldn't even open up a browser to seek a solution on Google to the issue. That's how bad it was. So, yeah, the whole system was pooched. So meanwhile, I'm waiting for this UPS delivery, and I have no means of getting their phone number. So, fortunately, I was given a copy of, I guess, the receipt or whatever with the fees on it. And it had a 1-800 number, so I called that, and I managed to track the package through that and find out what was going on. And the girl at the UPS customer service line said, yeah, apparently it hasn't been scheduled for shipment. I'm like, what? So by this time, it's 5 o'clock. It's almost 5 o'clock. The depot closes at 6. And she says, oh, yeah, don't worry, they'll deliver up until 8 o'clock. And I'm like, well, that's great, but if they don't, then I don't have the option to go to the depot. I mean, I need to get this package today. It's my last day that I can possibly get it, whether it be by getting it delivered or by heading down there. So, yeah, apparently it was still just sitting at the depot, hadn't been scheduled for delivery. So I basically said to Rosie, I said, well, let's take a taxi. So I called a cab. We took a cab to the Purolator depot. And I got a money order the day before. On our way back from the Purolator depot, I stopped in at one of the local, drug stores with the post office, grabbed a money order. So that was all good to go for the exact dollar amount, right down to the cent. And, yeah, long story short, well, not that short, got the packages. Took the cab to Purolator, and I said, I have a money order. Gave her the money order. One of the girls let Rosie use, there was a candy machine, candy dispenser in the back. One of the girls gave her a couple quarters so she could get some candy and stuff. Did the same yesterday, gave her a quarter, she got some candy. So, I didn't want it to be a total bummer for Rosie. So, yeah, long and the short of it is, we got the packages. Yes, there's actually 2. I know I've been kind of pretending there's 1, but there's actually two packages. But anyway, that's why I needed a dolly, because they're big and unwieldy and full of stuff. So that is the sordid tale of how much hell I went through just to get these packages into my home so I could open them and enjoy the contents and share it all with you. As for the fees, yeah, I took a closer look at the invoice. About $60 of it was GST, which is a federal tax. I mean, because of what the items are, they were taxable coming into Canada, and that's fine. I would have been happy. $60, that would have been about normal for this volume of stuff. So I would have been cool with paying that. But the other $60 was a brokerage fee. Whatever the hell that is. That's nothing to do with customs. That's nothing to do with duty. That's nothing to do with taxes. That's something Purolator dinged me with. Why? Because they're handling a UPS package? Is that what it is? What a bunch of fucking bullshit. So I had to pay double the fees because they're too goddamn lazy to open up a little UPS outlet here. Ridiculous. So, yeah. Moral of the story, kids. Wherever you are in the world, I don't care. But if you're going to send me packages, please don't use a courier service. I know that at first thought you're thinking, oh, it'll be faster and safer and more convenient. But really it's not. I have had nothing but hassle-filled experiences with courier services. And please don't use them. So let this experience that I and Poshua have had dealing with this whole UPS fiasco be a lesson to us all. Stick with the regular postal service. Regular postal service is fine. I've used them for 20 plus years without any problems whatsoever. You can get insurance on those packages. You can get overnight delivery if you want to pay the extra. You can get tracking numbers. You get all the same good, fun, wonderful stuff that you get with a courier service, but without the hassle. All the pain I went through to get these packages, dealing with Purolator and just their butt fuck in the middle of nowhere, Buttfuck in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. It's late and I'm tired. It's tired and I'm late. Yeah. You know, if it had been just through Canada Post, I wouldn't have had to deal with it. If it had been Canada Post and I'd missed the delivery, they would have given me a package notice and I would have gone across the street to the local post office. It's literally across the street. It's like almost right next door to where I work. So could have gone over there anytime. No problem. On my way home from work, you know. Super convenient. Well, we've told the tale for almost 20 minutes now, so I think next time we'll open the packages. Yes, you're gonna have to wait. First you get the story, then we get the packages. But I'll give you a look anyway. This is one of them. Go ahead, review me. Well, that's kind of what we're gonna be doing. May contain awesome. And that's all the hint you get. So if you want to see what's in them, tune in again next time. Until then, thanks for watching and listening to my tale of woe. Until next time, sayonara. What a day. What a few days, actually. On the plus side, got, you know, the nice surprise visit with Rosie, which you saw in the previous. Rosie's actually sleeping right now. Thought I just heard her make a noise. Just gonna double check. Just check on her. Oh, just making sounds while sleeping, I guess. Okay.